Guys, in the previous video, we managed to actually capture this gas station. It allows us to actually use a workbench on this island without actually having to buy the area, which is actually pretty awesome. The thing is, though, we actually need to build a land vehicle today so that we can travel around and actually capture the next few places. For example, this bit up here needs capturing on the hill. We then need to go down here and capture this village. And we can actually continue and do all of them. It depends how we go. But yeah, let's go ahead and go to sleep through the night. And then in the morning, we'll start building a land vehicle. There are lots of enemies in Stormworks, from navy ships to helicopters armed with rockets and even some tanks. It is our goal to eradicate those enemies from the world. Welcome to Stormworks Search and Destroy. Okay, so there are a few, I guess, issues with this. One of which is the fact that we don't really have that many different wheels. I think 5x5 suspension is what we're going to have to go for, because otherwise I don't really know what we're going to use. So yeah, 5x5. We're actually going to go out from here one, and then we're going to go and attach these guys. I think we'll actually start by building the chassis, and then we'll build everything else around that. Okay, so I think the way we're going to go about this is we're going to have two wheels at the front, and then at the rear, actually, you know what, we'll go with this first, and then we'll actually have a little bit of a gap in the center. I don't know how wide that should actually be. I kind of want it to be like 3 blocks. That is what it actually seems to be already. Excellent. And then we're going to go with another one of these back here somewhere, like this. There we go. That's pretty nice, actually. Alright, so there it is. We have ourselves a start, at least, I guess. I do think it's a little bit short, but I feel like it being short isn't necessarily that much of an issue. Although, actually, I might extend it by... Let's go with 2 blocks. We'll extend it by 2 blocks, and there'll just be a bigger hole in the center. Yeah, I feel like that looks a lot better, actually. Yeah, we're going to go with this. It is a bit wide, but it's supposed to be wide. We're not really going to be using roads. We're just going to go wherever the heck we want, and I think that'll be fine. The other thing that I was thinking as well is I might actually power each of these wheels with electric motors, and then we'll just... Uh-oh. We'll have a big generator in the back. That's not great. Okay, so what I'm thinking we do is we have 2 little motors, just like these guys, per wheel. So we're going to do it the same on every single one of these. 2 there, we're going to go with 2 there, and that's going to be for these ones, I guess. And then we'll go with 2 here as well. The main reason for this is because if we get shot or whatever, and we just have an engine, the engine is going to go out, and we're going to have no way of moving. Whereas if we've still got some electricity... we will still have some motors that work, and this will be fine. I'll then attach like all of these together, and I guess that'll be all right. All of them will actually, yeah, all of them will go together. Is that a good idea? I don't know. All right, so I've attached them all together, sort of, already. Very nice. We're then going to go ahead and add cross sections, these guys, into there and into there. We're then obviously going to need a T-piece right here and right here. We'll then have to attach it into there, there, and there, using these guys. Straight pieces. Bosh. Okay, bosh. Very nice, bosh, and very nice. There we go. Okay, so now we can actually drive this around normally, I think. Alright, so, I figured we'd have a bit of a, like, angled bottom side, obviously blast-proofing and stuff, although that doesn't really matter because this is Stormworks. Anyway, let's just go ahead and shove this across here like that. That looks pretty awesome. We are going to have to put, like, weight blocks in here, I guess, to, like, armor it, sort of. I'm thinking the engine is going to go in this sort of compartment right here. I might then have a separate compartment on the back if we need to transport people. They can actually go in the rear of this thing. And then I might sit in the front, although being in the front isn't necessarily the best place to be. So I'm not entirely sure what to do just now. Anyway, we're just going to go ahead and continue this theme right here. Yes, shove that across there. If I can box this in, I'm going to do it. There we go. Do the same right there. And probably the same right here, to be honest. There we go. We might as well do it all the way across, actually. There we go. And then we're going to shove these guys into here. Yeah. This vehicle is going to weigh a lot, but that's okay. We're then going to have it actually poke out the back a little bit. We'll actually go with, like, 3 blocks, maybe? I don't know, I actually want it to, like, come over the wheels and then go backwards from there as well. So this might change, actually, a little bit. Alright, so the next thing is actually the wheel covers themselves. Each of them are going to have 3 blocks over them, if that makes sense. I think it does. So we're going to do this, essentially. 3 blocks there we go, and 3 blocks right here. Very nice. We're then going to have it go down to there, and down to there. We're then going to do the same thing on this side, and here. Very nice. And then here, and here. And then we're going to do the same on these guys as well. Hopefully, this will look okay when we spawn it in. It might look a little bit weird, but I'm sure that's fine. We can sort that out. There we go. Do this one as well. 1 and 2. Excellent. We're going to attach these guys together, and these guys together, and we're going to do the front edge, obviously. There we go, and there we go. And then spawn it in. We still need to watch out for that thing, but we'll be fine. It doesn't seem to be hitting us anyway. Yeah, that looks bizarre. That looks so weird. You see, the thing is, this is actually okay, because we're going to delete these guys, and these guys, and these guys, and these ones, and these ones, and these ones. There we go. We might keep the front ones, we will see. But essentially, we're actually going to attach this all together. So it's going to sort of look more like this instead, which sort of attaches them all together anyway. So if I spawn that in, what does that look like? I mean, that's pretty cool, but everything's a bit high. Like, everything's really high. Okay, so I changed the suspension a little bit, so now these are a lot lower to the ground, which makes them a lot closer to the actual wheels, which makes sense. I am going to delete this guy, and we'll change it into a 1x2, which will bring it down to here. We'll then obviously fill in these gaps. We'll have a 1x2 right there as well, and that'll be pretty sick. I don't know what to do about these pieces just yet. I might change those up, and obviously the front and the back will change as well. That helicopter is coming back over, so I'm going to hide. Okay, this time he's actually firing rockets at me. Watch this. Wait, is he going to fire another one? I can dodge it. Ooh! Never mind, he's actually missing by quite a lot, so we're okay. We're fine. These helicopters suck, apparently. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put some weight in the sides right there, right here, and right here. In fact, actually, delete these guys and just replace it with weight as well. There we go. I don't know whether it was a myth, actually, that weight actually helped with armor in this game. I can't remember, but I guess that's okay. We're not really going to get shot in the bottom, so we're just going to go ahead and build that in with this. There we go. In fact, I'll actually do it in this color first. That's fine. And we'll go with that. Sure. Alright, so we're going to try and poke out the front a little bit, which seems like a good idea. We're then going to go ahead and add this to the side. In fact, actually, it's sort of one of these that we needed, but that's fine. There we go. And now we need to somehow build a front end onto this. I have no idea how that's going to go, so yeah. I think my seat is actually going to go in there, and I'm actually just going to go and try and smash it right in the center, which may or may not be a good idea. I don't really know. I'm also just going to go and shove one of these guys onto there like that for now, and that's fine. So, realistically, at the minute, this should drive, if I give it some batteries anyway. This is quite a large vehicle. This is a huge vehicle. Alright, we needed batteries. I've gone ahead and shoved in a bunch of batteries down there. Let's go ahead and attach them all together. And then we'll attach them, obviously, to the motors. And then, I guess we can actually start driving this thing around. Realistically, we still need the rest of the body, but this is fine. This is a-okay. Let's go ahead and connect them all together. There we go. Yes. Slowly but surely they will be connected. Yes. And then we're going to connect them all down to the motors, which will be connected to both sides. There we go. Just in case. Just in case some of our batteries die. It's fine. Alright, there we go. There we go. Awesome. So now we actually need the steering to work. We're going to have 8-wheel steering, I believe. And that should be pretty good. Okay, so I shoved some inverters in there, one there, and now when we look at the wheels, obviously if I turn to the right, the front ones turn to the right, the back ones turn to the left, and that will allow us to turn very, very quickly. With that being said, how about we actually try it out? The main reason I actually left a gap here as well is because I wanted to add gearboxes into it, which I don't know how it's going to work when they're all attached together like this. Realistically, what I might do instead is add a gearbox into each of the wheels. I don't know, does that make sense to do? Probably not, but it is what it is, so I guess we're gonna do it. Right, shove that into there, there we go, shove that into there, into here as well, and into here as well. Okay, we're then gonna make the gearboxes 3-to-1 on each of them? I don't know. Is that a good idea? I have only done it on one side by accident, so I'm going to have to go back through and do it again. But, sure. Why not? All right, so if we turn the wheels... I didn't actually give it any... Hang on a second. I didn't actually connect any of the motors. I actually just put gearboxes in. All right, there we go. Motor. There we go. We're good. Come on. Let's do this. Drive. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. This totally works. Okay, that's pretty sick, actually. Yeah, so now we just need to add a generator in the back of this. We need somewhere for the extra people to sit. And then we need a gun mounted to the top. It's a bit ridiculous, but it is what it is. Whee! Yeah, you can just spin on the spot with this thing. It's a bit bizarre, but it's working. So, that's cool. Oh, I jumped off and it's... yeah, okay. I jumped off to try and return it to the workbench. I should have probably stopped it first. Anyway, I'm going to struggle like crazy to actually make this look good. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try and build the front end nicely, but I just don't know how this is going to go, to be honest. That looks weird so far. Honestly, if the back looked that way, I'd actually be fine with that. So, let's go ahead and do that. This is going to be what the back end looks like. Let's go ahead and just copy it, turn it around, move it to this side, and paste it on right there. Actually, there we go. Nice. Merge that together. That's awesome. The front end, however, needs to look a little bit different to this, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. Alright, this just looks weird. I don't know how I'm going to make this look right, but yeah, we're going to go with it like this for now. So, essentially, what we're going to do from here is just box this off, have this go like straight down, and then we'll actually build a taller bit towards the back, or the middle I suppose, where the gun is going to go, and then we'll obviously build a little bit at the back where we can have some seating, which I suppose is actually fine. That means that the rest of this is pretty much going to stay like that, which I think is okay too. It just looks a bit weird, but with painting and stuff like that, it might end up looking pretty cool. Right, it's a bit messy. Oh, wow. I didn't actually know what it looked like until now. Look at that. It is, I mean, to be fair, it is kind of ugly, but if it's ugly and still works, I think that's fine, as long as it does work, of course. If we're going to store people in here, oh, that door's not going to work like that. The door needs to be the other way around. But yeah, look at it. Oh, this is going to work out fine. We're obviously going to have the turret on there. The people can sit in the back. We'll have an engine or something in the middle. I'll be fine. Alright, so I think what we'll do now is we'll just actually store a bunch of equipment in here. We're going to need a fire extinguisher, a welder, of course. There we go. And some other stuff as well. I'm not entirely sure what else. Obviously, we're going to have to, like, I want it to look nice in here, but I think it's going to be kind of difficult to do that. It's going to be kind of difficult to make it look nice. So yeah, we're going to shove those into there. I'm actually going to move this guy up and out of the way. In fact, I might actually try and just shove it, here, like there, pretty much. But actually, maybe we'll just replace this piece. That's fine. We'll then go to this guy and we'll cut it and we'll flip it up as well. Bring it backwards, upwards, into there, paste it. There we go. I'm going to just put those guys there, merge this with the floor, delete this piece. I'm going to paint this guy like that. There we go. And then we can obviously put some more equipment right here. Alright, I figured we might as well test it out as well. Obviously, the back end is a bit weird. I feel like I could actually lower most of it down. But I want it to be kind of a low-profile vehicle anyway, because, you know, low profile, less likely to get shot, I suppose. But let's go ahead and test it out against some pretty steep angles. That is awesome. This is just a bunch of small motors and small batteries, and we've made it to the top of the hill. Oh my goodness. Doesn't have any brakes yet, which might be a bit of a mistake going up here. It doesn't have any connectors to it either, but yeah, it's very, very capable. So we can just go park on a hill somewhere and just shoot down onto the enemies. That seems like a really cool idea. I like it. I mean, it does look a little bit strange, but I do like it. It also works, so that's good too. Okay, so back here, we're going to go ahead and delete 2 of these. We're going to go to heat, and we're going to add some radiators. Essentially, these radiators are going to be used to cool down the engine if we have an engine. We might not add one. We'll see. I don't know just yet. But that's fine. We'll leave those in there for now. I want to add a bunch of random other details around this thing too, so I'm going to do that, and then I'll be back with you guys in a second. Alright, so I'm thinking we actually add some small drums in the sides back here, and it's going to have to like poke in a bit, but that's sort of fine. I might even angle them like this. That would be pretty cool. So actually, let's go and do 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. That's a bunch of drums. And then we'll obviously have an autocannon on the top. Now, I'm thinking we actually go with a heavy autocannon. Because why not? Because why not? That is a good reasoning. There you go. So heavy autocannon, high explosive, very nice. Heavy autocannon, high explosive. Again, heavy autocannon, high explosive, and again. Heavy autocannon, high explosive, and finally, heavy autocannon, high explosive. There we go. Then we're obviously going to have to add a heavy autocannon with high explosive rounds on top as well, and that'll be what we use to actually shoot at the enemies. I don't know if it's going to be a turret or whether it's just going to be like an open gun. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm not sure yet. Alright, extra armor has been added to the sides, kind of, anyway. It looks a little bit strange, but sure. We've added some like little pivot things on the front as well, which makes it look like this. Again, a little bit strange, but it makes it look better than it did, I think. I don't know, it makes it look a little bit more Warzone-y, which I think is a cool idea. We've obviously added these along the sides, just above the wheels, which look awesome. I mean, the wheels do. I don't know about this. I've added a little bit of a paint stripe through it as well. In the back, I've added seats, so now we can actually sit in the back of here. Unfortunately, if we do have an engine, we won't really be able to use it. Like these seats, because we'd have to change them to an engine instead. But we might be able to add seats back here. Who knows? If we go forwards from there, we've obviously got a door that leads us to this, which then allows us to actually drive. So, I don't know how I feel about this. I actually have no idea. At the minute, I haven't added a rear end, because I wanted to see what you guys thought of it. But, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I think it looks pretty cool. Oh, yeah, that can't happen. That's not allowed to happen. I might add some weight to that, just to make sure it drops down even more. But, yeah, I don't know how to feel about this truck. I'm not sure. Obviously, with a big cannon on the back, maybe it'll look better. I don't know. I don't know. I should have probably drawn up some plans as to what I wanted this thing to look like before actually building it, but I went ahead and built it anyway. Before we do anything else, though, let's go ahead and just do this really quickly. And go to heavy autocannon and just shove, I guess, one of them on here and just see what that looks like. It could be pretty cool if we added it like that, actually. Imagine? Ooh. Oh, right, shove that back into there, do this. All right, awesome. Delete this guy. Go to auto cannon. Yep, grab a medium one. Shove that into there, that looks pretty awesome. And do this. And that could be what our cannon actually somewhat looks like. Let's go and spawn that in and see what it looks like. Yeah, I mean, with the obviously, like, the right attachments to it, that could be pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, that could be pretty awesome. And then obviously maybe with some extensions on the end of it, that would be pretty cool too. So if we go to like autocannon, heavy autocannon muzzles, we can do something along the lines of this. Let's have a little look, see what that looks like. Yeah. Yeah, you know what, in the long run, I think that would actually work out fine. So, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here for now. I know I haven't really done a terrible amount. I've gone ahead and tried to build an APC that looks kind of strange. But, yeah, I think we can work with this. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. It does look a little bit ugly, but I think we can fix it. I think so. I don't know. Anyway, for now, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one, where hopefully this will get finished. And then we can actually go attack things. Yeah. See ya!